Hi everybody and welcome to my channel. This is Shelf-Induced Chaos with L. Happy World Book Day everybody. I feel like World Book Day is like our Super Bowl, so I hope you all enjoying it. I started my day out with a lovely gift from my husband, which I can't wait to get reading, and I will talk to you a little bit more about that later on in my video. I actually have a lot to get through with you today, guys. I'm going to be reviewing a recent read of mine, and then I'm going to take you through my March TBR. I have perhaps taken on a little bit too much on my TBR this month, but we'll call it ambition. Today I am talking about King of Pride by Ana Huang. Huang? I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce that, so I'll do it both ways. If someone can correct me in the comments, that would be great. So this book had me deeply obsessed with one character and deeply irritated by the other, if I'm going to be totally honest. Spoiler alert, one of them is Kai and the other, well, we'll get there. So here I am thinking that my husband found me really amusing just then, as he is sat not too far away from me and giggled. So when I turned to him, he just looked at me and said, "Sorry, I'm watching pandas." You do you, babe. Also, before we really dive in, public service announcement. Do not, under any circumstances, listen to the audiobook format of this one. I will explain a little bit more why later, but please just trust me, don't waste your money. Where is Teddy Hamilton when we need him? Not in this book. So what's the book actually about? So, we have Kai. Reserved, controlled, and proper to a fault, he has neither the time nor inclination for chaos, and Isa, who is a chaotic and colourful character who is free-spirited, with lots of dreams, namely one to write a book herself one day. Kai is ridiculously wealthy, devastatingly handsome, and very, very emotionally unavailable, I would say. They are, for all intensive purposes, complete opposites. But remember, guys, this is a romance novel, and opposites do attract, I guess. There's a lot of tension, there's a lot of stolen glances, there's a lot of chemistry that you could power an entire city with, except there's one problem. Kai has a whole legacy and family expectations to live up to, and Isa is, well, if I'm being honest, she drove me a little bit insane, which brings me to my thoughts on each of those characters. Let's start with Kai. Kai Young, my man, my muse, my next mistake. He was kind of perfection. Yeah, kind of perfection. The way he was really composed on the outside, but had a heart of gold underneath, the tension and the silent yearning that his character created, I was, to some extent, eating it all up. I would like to personally thank Anna for creating a romance man, let's call it, that is both rich and respectful, because that is a rare breed in the romance category. And then we have Isa. And look, I actually really wanted to like her character. She was ambitious, confident, and on paper, she should have been a really great female lead. But in reality, she made me want to yeet this book across the room on more than one occasion. Every time she made a decision, I was just like, wrong call. Most of the time, the only good decision she made was Kai. Basically, most decisions were terrible. She did have a lot of I'm not like other girls energy, and we all know how I feel about that kind of energy. It's pretty exhausting. Now we need to talk about the narration. and the audiobook version, because I gave the audiobook of this a try beforehand, mainly because I was reading a lot of different things at the time and I thought, let's try this out on audio. It was so bad that I actually switched to physical book because I actually just could not handle it. The narrator had the emotional range of a robot, and I just don't know who approved that casting choice. I have a friend who has some very specific opinions about British accents on audiobooks. Call out there, Nat. She's not a fan. So if it's going to be a British accent, it has to be a really good one and the right one. This one was not that. It was not that. You have Henry Cavill, like right here, people. He would have been the perfect voice actor for that. But this one, it just didn't do it for me. And honestly, it really does disprove my theory that a bad narrator can ruin a whole book. Like, I don't care how good the writing is. If the voice doesn't match the vibes, it's just over for me. Have you guys got any comments to make about any bad narrations that you've experienced? Because I feel like there is quite a few out there that are pretty bad. So let me know in the comments. So, to wrap this up, Kai, masterpiece of a man, absolutely. Issa would absolutely test the patience of a saint. The audiobook, an experience that I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. But overall, I actually really did enjoy the book. So if you love a broody businessman with a heart of gold, go for it. Just maybe stick to the paperback version of this one. Now, before I let you go, I thought it was worthwhile me going through my March TBR. I haven't done anything particularly special to select this TBR this month. It's actually been a TBR of circumstance, i.e. I've actually been gifted, given or found so many new books this month that's just how I formulated my list. It's ambitious. Is it realistic? Probably not. I'm going to be buried under this stack of books, but let me just quickly run through them with you. First up, we have King of Sloth by our friend Anna, a rich lazy man who gives I'll get to it later energy, but somehow is still devastatingly handsome. Samuel. Next, we have Deep End. Ali Hazelwood literally said, you know what Academia needs? Olympic level tension and swimming. Cool. Honestly, I respect it. Next, we have first time caller BK Borison. This is a small town romance where late night calls lead to love. Do I need to say any more than that? Apart from if someone called me after 9 o'clock, they wouldn't get me because I'm on Do Not Disturb. I'm also buddy reading this with Lauren Loves Books, and I really need to catch up because I'm so behind, so that is what I'm going to be doing this afternoon. We then have Book of Azrael, which was my World Book Day gift from my husband today, so thank you very much for this one, darling. Immortal enemies that are forced to work together to form an alliance. Love that for them. Can't wait to start this one. We then have Flawless, Elsie Silver, a grumpy cowboy and a sassy woman who should absolutely hate each other but make it work. This is classic romance in my opinion. Can't wait. Closely followed by Heartless, also Elsie Silver. This is a single dad and nanny trope. Again, don't think I need to say anymore. Excited about this one too. And finally, my current read, which is Quicksilver, a dark and twisty romance that is probably going to absolutely wreck me. And I've heard on the grapevine that there might just be vampires in here too, and we all know how I feel about vampires. So yeah, pretty heavy month in March. Wish me luck, everybody. I am going in. Leave me a message in the comments. Let me know what you're reading in March and how many books you think I will make it through this month. Thank you, everyone. Bye.